No doubt about it. But how well he executed that stroke. Sounded great. Both these batters, they have decided it's time to go berserk. Frustration is creeping in as far as the Pakistani bowlers are concerned, and they're looking to cash in.
Goes back and just places it down to third. Again, he's blessed with such beautiful timing. Gets a couple of runs. Batting has been superb. It's been fabulous after lunch. And after lunch, after a big lunch, you want Pepsi. New, stronger Pepsi. Kamal hai.
Now, this partnership has been absolutely brilliant. How well these two handle the pressure. Brighten up the event for Bangladeshi team in this test match. And seems like they've been able to psych out the bowlers. They're way ahead of the thinking. Sweep shot, Litton Das knew the next ball is going to be pitched outside the off stump. He was ready for it.
Catch! Oh yes, bye.
Interesting test match.
7 boundaries after lunch, post-lunch, 5.3 overs bowled, 38 runs conceded. So there is that counter-attack, and we know how dangerous Litton Das is. The strokes that he possesses means that he's missed out that opportunity. He's very good with the back cut. Now, what Bangladesh don't want is to be just carried away by this. They don't want to lose the wicket. They're still far behind from Pakistan, but at the moment they're on top with the bat, so they don't want to give Pakistan any sort of opening.
Good bowling.
This is good. He's picking his deliveries to hit to the fence, but in between he's solid. Nicely done, just turns it away, gets a single.
Rule आ गया. Oh yeah!
Another good over for Bangladesh. It's 115 for 6.
जरासीम से भी बचाए और महंगाई से भी.
2 लीटर स्प्राइट की बोतल अब खरीदो 1.5 लीटर की प्राइस में. 500 ml मुफ्त. 2 लीटर की ठंड मिले सिर्फ 200 रुपए में. इससे पहले आपकी चॉइस ठंड कोई और ले जाए, अपनी 2 लीटर स्प्राइट ले आए. वजारत स्प्राइट. ऑफर अवेलेबल इन सिलेक्टेड सिटीज ओनली.
जब पास सुपर पावर हो मंथली एक्स जैसी, तो फिक्र कैसी. डायल करो *7733# और पाओ इतना सब कुछ सिर्फ 2100 रुपए की लोड में. जैज, मेरी सुपर पावर.
लक्स, हमारा बेस्ट सोप ग्लो के लिए अब सिर्फ 100 रुपए में.
बॉटल पे दिए QR कोड को स्कैन करो एंड जीतो ट्रिप टू दुबई या ढेरों कोक स्टूडियो इनामात.
They've dominated post-lunch. They've got 40 runs of just 6 overs. The counter-attack has put the pressure back on Pakistan slightly, ever so slightly. They still trail by 159 runs. That's a long way away. And you just feel that if they want to get close to that target, these two have to do the bulk of the scoring. Salman Ali Agha into the attack.
And the job for the Pakistani bowlers in this situation, try and get the control back. Hand it over to the captain. By stifling the run scoring. Coming quite easy now for these two batters.
Post lunch, well, it's been waver to say the least. Really scattered short bowling, full bowling, couple of length balls, but not the grouping you want to watch.
Oh yeah.
And Pakistan was successful up front. Obviously the new ball did swing around, but the lengths were perfect. Mir Hamza had terrific control. Post lunch, that control just seems to be faltering, even from the star of the show, Khurram Shahzad.
Oh yes.
Yeah, history tells you that not many wickets fall after lunch. The wicket gets flatter, so the Pakistani bowlers, they should have come out with the right approach. Just by bowling in the right areas, play with the patience of the batters. But since they have overtried things, have leaked many runs. Both the batters keeping abreast at the moment. 43 apiece.
And this is perfect, just rotate strike. Linton Das especially looking very comfortable. So is Mehdi, but Linton just seems to be able to rotate strike, and whenever he wants he's able to attack as well. So at the moment it is very good
Catch
for
it.
Bangladesh. Doesn't take long to change though. 118 for 6.
जब पास सुपर पावर हो मंथली एक्स जैसी तो फिक्र कैसी डायल करो *7733# और पाओ इतना सब कुछ सिर्फ 2100 रुपए की नोट में जैज मेरी सुपर पावर
2 लीटर स्प्राइट की बोतल अब खरीदो 1.5 लीटर की प्राइस में 500 ml मुफ्त 2 लीटर की ठंड मिले सिर्फ 200 रुपए में। इससे पहले आपकी जायज ठंड कोई और ले जाए अपनी 2 लीटर स्प्राइट ले आए वजारत स्प्राइट ऑफर अवेलेबल इन सिलेक्टेड सिटीज ओनली।
लक्स हमारा बेस्ट सोप ग्लो के लिए अब सिर्फ 100 रुपए में।
ऑर्डर पे दिए क्यूआर कोड को स्कैन करो एंड जीतो ट्रिप टू दुबई या ढेरों कोक स्टूडियो इनामात।
जरासीम से भी बचाए और महंगाई से भी।
6. This is a good rear-guard action from the two batters, Mehdi and Linton Das. 92 between them, from 26 for 6 to 92 run partnership, taking it to 118 on the scoreboard. And both the sides do realize the importance. Bangladesh knows that this is the last recognized pair, and so does Pakistan, 1 wicket away to get into the trail. So this, in the context of the game for Bangladesh, is a very, very important period. Being joined by Athar Ali Khan after lunch. This indeed is good resistance.
Yeah, good resistance. At the same time, they scored at 6 runs in an over in the 7 overs that they bowled, because they picked up 7 boundaries. That was a lovely shot down the ground. They took him on. 3 boundaries on the trot, and then another boundary from Madison Mirage. And it just shows that how the surface is playing. The batters have been batting for a while. Yes, there's still another quite a lot of pressure, knowing that there is not much batting to come after them. Loose shot. Certain lapses of concentration.
Khurram's length, and that's what worked. This, from the first session, very organized, and then session 2, and he's just all over the place. He's just lost his radar.
Yeah, it looks like the discussion in the dressing room would have been to both of the batters, unbeaten batters, to go and stay a bit positive. Yes, you got to put a big price on your wicket, but if there's a ball to be hit, then you cash in. That's exactly what has happened. They've played to the merit of the delivery and picked up boundaries. That's why he's just got closer and he's gone ahead of Mehdi Hasan Miraj. Remember, he was scoring the bulk of runs before lunch. He was unbeaten on 33, Mehdi Hasan Miraj, at lunch. Litun Kumar Das was unbeaten on 13. Now look what he has done. 44 for Das and Miraj on 43. Yes, 43, exact number of runs scored so far in this session. It's turning out to be a good one for Bangladesh. Your current partnership has been a 92 of 137. It was difficult for them when the ball was swinging in the morning, when the ball was new, but the swing later on has been similar. But the line and lengths have been different. It's been indifferent, and that has released the pressure. I got to give credit to both Litun Kumar Das and Mehdi Hasan Miraj to put up a fight here. Again, just letting it go to the keeper. 118 for 6.
बॉटल पे दिए QR कोड को स्कैन करो and find the code under the bottle cap. कोड के साथ अपनी details WhatsApp करो to 032 Coca-Cola and जीतो ट्रिप टू दुबई या ढेरों कोक स्टूडियो इनामात. जब बात सुपर पावर हो मंथली एक्स जैसी तो फिक्र कैसी. डायल करो *7733# और पाओ इतना सब कुछ सिर्फ 2100 रुपए की लोड में. जैज मेरी सुपर पावर.
2 लीटर स्प्राइट की बोतल अब खरीदो 1.5 लीटर की प्राइस में. 500 ml मुफ्त. 2 लीटर की ठंड मिले सिर्फ 200 रुपए में. इससे पहले आपकी चॉइस ठंड कोई और ले जाए, अपनी 2 लीटर स्प्राइट ले आए वजारत स्प्राइट. ऑफर अवेलेबल इन सिलेक्टेड सिटीज ओनली.
लक्स, हमारा बेस्ट सोप ग्लो के लिए अब सिर्फ 100 रुपए में. जरासीम से भी बचाए और महंगाई से भी.
Hands on his knees. Now this is just after lunch. It's just come into the attack after lunch. Abrar has changed ends now. He's bowling from that far end pavilion end. Oh, it's in the air for a moment. Hard push at it. Stenton of the arms trying to reach the ball with that turn away from him.
Yeah, immediately after he played that shot, there was a bit of a chat between Litun Kumar Das and Mehdi Hasan Miraj. He said it just a touch wide, could have left it alone.
Oh yeah, yalla Samo. Oh yeah.
This fight back really shows how things have changed. 26 for 6 and now they need 7 runs to avoid follow-on. Umpire just having a look where Abrar is finishing off in his follow-through. There you see bottom right, 7 runs to avoid follow-on. They've done well to reach here.
A couple of times earlier from the other end he was cautioned by the umpire, and immediately after the change of ends again a bit of a caution from the umpire for Abrar Ahmed to move away after he bowls the delivery. That's the danger end. He cannot afford to come on the dread.
Yeah, no damage done.
I think both these batters, they have recognized the the situation quite well. They know these are the only two threatening bowlers left for Pakistani captain, because Khurram Shahzad has been struggling after lunch. And if they can attack these two bowlers, captain is not left with many options. Intelligent batting from these two.
And goes again. Again, not fully controlled. Lucky to get bat on that, because he's taken that right in front of the stumps. Also brings up Bangladesh's 150. It's been a strong performance, as is for the new Pepsi. With those couple of shots, he's not a big turner of the ball, so even if it's against the spin, Mehdi Hasan Miraz feels like he can take a brawl on with no fielders on the boundary in front of square on the leg side. There is a man for the sweep. Does he go after him again? You talk about, again, off air we were talking about what a brawler can do differently. You use the word monotonous. What do you feel? You've spoken at length about change of angles. He hasn't tried that yet. Would you advocate that here?
Yeah, try and bowl round the stumps.
Oh yes, buddy.
Still wicketless after lunch. 150 for 6.
जब पास सुपर पावर हो मंथली एक्स जैसी तो फिक्र कैसी डायल करो *7733# और पाओ इतना सब कुछ सिर्फ 2100 रुपए की लोड में। जैज मेरी सुपर पावर।
2 लीटर स्प्राइट की बोतल अब खरीदो 1.5 लीटर की प्राइस में। 500 ml मुफ्त। 2 लीटर की ठंड मिले सिर्फ 200 रुपए में। इससे पहले आपकी चॉइस ठंड कोई और ले जाए, अपनी 2 लीटर स्प्राइट ले आए बाजार से स्प्राइट। ऑफर अवेलेबल इन सिलेक्टेड सिटीज ओनली।
लक्स, हमारा बेस्ट सोप ग्लो के लिए अब सिर्फ 100 रुपए में।
बॉटल पे दिए QR कोड को स्कैन करो एंड जीतो ट्रिप टू दुबई या ढेरों कोक स्टूडियो इनामात।
जरासीम से भी बचाए और महंगाई से भी। Out there for as long. Pakistan's point of view, we're trying to figure out where the next wicket is coming from. Amir Hamza now persisting with the change of angle. He's going to come around the wicket to Liton Das.
Yeah, a couple of deliveries he has bowled round the stumps. Had the batsman guessing. Yeah, Mehdi Hasan Miraz was very uncomfortable with the last delivery bowled by Hamza. Steep bounce on that occasion for him, and the ball angled in. Had him in a spot of bother. I think he has to persist with that angle, with an idea that he has to stifle run scoring. Good delivery. Very good from Amir Hamza. First couple of deliveries, he angled the ball in. This one holding its line.
This is excellent. Excellent from Mir Hamza. Asking questions of a batter who's been out there for a very long time, has a half century. And that's what you want. You want to put the doubt and the pressure back into the opposition side. And you hope that the bowler from the other end can carry on from where you left. So the pressure's on from both ends. Even you look at the field for Mehdi Hasan Miraz, a predominantly offside player, likes playing square of the wicket, has played a few uppish drives in the field for him, and that channel in that case that you're talking about with the angle in, but the one that it just holds. They hope he hangs his bat at it or plays a flashy drive with the back foot, tries to cut one. And the two men next to Rizwan come into action with the extra bounce. You never know. A deep backward point as well. That is fine. But what you want is, you want Mir Hamza to stick to these lines for a longer period of time.
Yeah, the idea is to bowl 6 deliveries at a batsman to be able to set him up. And you're rightly pointed out, Mehdi is a sort of a player who likes to stay inside the line of the delivery. That's good. That is very good. And good from the batters too. Softer hands. Yeah, at times you feel like, if you are behind stumps, you need to have a tenor to send your message across.
Are we meant to read between the lines here, Amir? Very good timing on that again. They might push for 3 and they will jog through.
Yeah, these strokes are very enjoyable. When a batsman times the ball into the gap and have to run for his runs anytime. I prefer these strokes over a ball being tonked over the boundary line.
Over.
156 for 6.
बॉटल पे दिए क्यूआर कोड को स्कैन करो एंड फाइंड द कोड अंडर द बॉटल कैप. कोड के साथ अपनी डिटेल्स व्हाट्सएप करो to 032 Coca-Cola एंड जीतो ट्रिप टू दुबई या ढेरों कोक स्टूडियो इनामात. जब पास सुपर पावर हो मंथली एक्स जैसी तो फिक्र कैसी. डायल करो *7733# और पाओ इतना सब कुछ सिर्फ 2100 रुपए की लोड में. जैज मेरी सुपर पावर.
2 लीटर स्प्राइट की बोतल अब खरीदो 1.5 लीटर की प्राइस में 500 ml मुफ्त. 2 लीटर की ठंड मिले सिर्फ 200 रुपए में. इससे पहले आपकी चॉइस ठंड कोई और ले जाए अपनी 2 लीटर स्प्राइट ले आए वजारत स्प्राइट. ऑफर अवेलेबल इन सिलेक्टेड सिटीज ओनली.
जरासीम से भी बचाए और महंगाई से भी.
For his side, he brings that utility for his side. And he's a brilliant fielder too. Yes, he dropped one in this test match.
Pick the bones out of it, Amir. Come on.
Well, I prefer beating the leather rather than picking the bones.
Brilliant. Amir Sohail to my left has a chuckle going. He'd rather have his bat do all the talking, as are the two Bangladeshi batters in the middle. 131 from 199. And you just wonder where's that next wicket coming from. Abrar hasn't got a lot of balls that have been played and misses, and that's the worrying concern. They've picked him. He's not a big turner of the ball. He's not a bowler that gives it a lot of air. And he's flattered through the air. And he hasn't really posed a threat that Pakistan were hoping for.
He's been handled very well by these two batters, Abrar. Now, most of the times they managed him off the back foot, forced him to bowl slower and fuller, and from there on they've been milking him. They must have gleaned the information how to go about Abrar's bowling, and it's working well.
Every now and then just tosses one slower through the air. The thing with him is he's not been consistent with his line. It's been anywhere from width outside the off stump down to string down the leg side. And as a spinner, you've been brought into the side. Yes, you want to do the holding role. The seamers have done the bulk of the work, but you want to apply enough pressure. You don't want to give away runs. If you do that, your chances to pick up a wicket increases, as opposed to looking for the wicket delivery on every delivery that you bowl. 158 for 6.
2 लीटर स्प्राइट की बोतल अब खरीदो 1.5 लीटर की प्राइस में 500 ml मुफ्त 2 लीटर की ठंड मिले सिर्फ 200 रुपए में। इससे पहले आपकी चॉइस ठंड कोई और ले जाए अपनी 2 लीटर स्प्राइट ले आए वजारत स्प्राइट। ऑफर अवेलेबल इन सिलेक्टेड सिटीज ओनली।
लक्स, हमारा बेस्ट सोप ग्लो के लिए अब सिर्फ 100 रुपए में।
जब बात सुपर पावर हो मंथली एक्स जैसी तो फिक्र कैसी। डायल करो *7733# और पाओ इतना सब कुछ सिर्फ 2100 रुपए की नोट में। जैज मेरी सुपर पावर।
जरासीम से भी बचाए और महंगाई से भी।
होटल पे दिए QR कोड को स्कैन करो एंड जीतो ट्रिप टू दुबई या ढेरों कोक स्टूडियो इनामात।
Now this picture tells you how the sun has been flaring down. It's hot, it's humid. Nothing to take those players into comfort zone, but he's been very comfortable. Mehdi Hasan Miraj, he favors offside, likes to cut the ball, likes to drive the ball, very efficient off the front foot and off the back foot. Very nicely carved 50 once again for Mehdi.
79% of his runs have come on the offside, front end just behind square. Yeah, we're talking about variations in using the angles of the crease, and yes, he's got the runs now. We've spoken about this in the last 5 years. He's right up there on top of the tree. Coming back to Pakistan, and you talk about what they can do differently. Now, Abrar doesn't give the ball a lot of flight. You mentioned that they've played in very comfortably off the back foot. Is he missing a trick? What can he do different?
I think he hasn't exploited that flipper of his with effect. Maybe he's short in confidence. Maybe he doesn't have many overs under his belt. Yes, he has so many A miles under his belt, but not many overs. But what we saw in that graph about Mehdi Hasan Miraj, he likes a bit of room outside the off stump. So it won't be a bad idea for Abrar to come round the stumps and
Right into the fence, then this walk across and hammered with that sweep shot. Back foot down to third.
2 लीटर स्प्राइट की बोतल अब खरीदो 1.5 लीटर की प्राइस में 500 ml मुफ्त 2 लीटर की।
होटल पे दिए QR कोड को स्कैन करो एंड जीतो ट्रिप टू दुबई या ढेरों कोक स्टूडियो इनामात।
लक्स, हमारा बेस्ट सोप ग्लो के लिए अब सिर्फ 100 रुपए में। जरासीम से भी बचाए और महंगाई से भी।
होटल पे दिए QR कोड को स्कैन करो एंड फाइंड द कोड अंडर द बॉटल कैप। कोड के साथ अपनी डिटेल्स व्हाट्सएप करो to 032 Coca-Cola एंड जीतो ट्रिप टू दुबई या ढेरों कोक स्टूडियो इनामात।
2 लीटर स्प्राइट की बोतल अब खरीदो 1.5 लीटर की प्राइस में 500 ml मुफ्त 2 लीटर की ठंड मिले सिर्फ 200 रुपए में। इससे पहले आपकी चॉइस ठंड कोई और ले जाए अपनी 2 लीटर स्प्राइट ले आए वजारत स्प्राइट। ऑफर अवेलेबल इन सिलेक्टेड सिटीज ओनली।
जब बात सुपर पावर हो मंथली एक्स जैसी तो फिक्र कैसी। डायल करो *7733# और पाओ इतना सब कुछ सिर्फ 2100 रुपए की नोट में। जैज मेरी सुपर पावर। होटल पे दिए QR कोड को स्कैन करो एंड जीतो ट्रिप टू दुबई या ढेरों कोक स्टूडियो इनामात।
लक्स, हमारा बेस्ट सोप ग्लो के लिए अब सिर्फ 100 रुपए में। जरासीम से भी बचाए और महंगाई से भी।
होटल पे दिए QR कोड को स्कैन करो एंड फाइंड द कोड अंडर द बॉटल कैप। कोड के साथ अपनी डिटेल्स व्हाट्सएप करो to 032 Coca-Cola एंड जीतो ट्रिप टू दुबई या ढेरों कोक स्टूडियो इनामात।
2 लीटर स्प्राइट की बोतल अब खरीदो 1.5 लीटर की प्राइस में 500 ml मुफ्त। 2 लीटर की ठंड मिले सिर्फ 200 रुपए में। इससे पहले आपकी चॉइस ठंड कोई और ले जाए, अपनी 2 लीटर स्प्राइट ले आए बाजार से स्प्राइट। ऑफर अवेलेबल इन सिलेक्टेड सिटीज ओनली।
जब बात सुपर पावर हो मंथली एक्स जैसी तो फिक्र कैसी। डायल करो *7733# और पाओ इतना सब कुछ सिर्फ 2100 रुपए की लोड में। जैज मेरी सुपर पावर। होटल पे दिए QR कोड को स्कैन करो एंड जीतो ट्रिप टू दुबई या ढेरों कोक स्टूडियो इनामात।
लक्स हमारा बेस्ट सोप ग्लो के लिए अब सिर्फ 100 रुपए में। जरासीम से भी बचाए और महंगाई से भी।
होटल पे दिए QR कोड को स्कैन करो एंड फाइंड द कोड अंडर द बॉटल कैप। कोड के साथ अपनी डिटेल्स व्हाट्सएप करो to 032 Coca-Cola एंड जीतो ट्रिप टू दुबई या ढेरों कोक स्टूडियो इनामात।
2 लीटर स्प्राइट की बोतल अब खरीदो 1.5 लीटर की प्राइस में 500 ml मुफ्त। 2 लीटर की ठंड मिले सिर्फ 200 रुपए में। इससे पहले आपकी चॉइस ठंड कोई और ले जाए, अपनी 2 लीटर स्प्राइट ले आए बाजार से स्प्राइट। ऑफर अवेलेबल इन सिलेक्टेड सिटीज ओनली।
जब बात सुपर पावर हो मंथली एक्स जैसी तो फिक्र कैसी। डायल करो *7733# और पाओ इतना सब कुछ सिर्फ 2100 रुपए की लोड में। जैज मेरी सुपर पावर। होटल पे दिए QR कोड को स्कैन करो एंड जीतो ट्रिप टू दुबई या ढेरों कोक स्टूडियो इनामात।
लक्स हमारा बेस्ट सोप ग्लो के लिए अब सिर्फ 100 रुपए में। जरासीम से भी बचाए और महंगाई से भी।
होटल पे दिए QR कोड को स्कैन करो एंड फाइंड द कोड अंडर द बॉटल कैप। कोड के साथ अपनी डिटेल्स व्हाट्सएप करो to 032 Coca-Cola एंड जीतो ट्रिप टू दुबई या ढेरों कोक स्टूडियो इनामात।
2 लीटर स्प्राइट की बोतल अब खरीदो 1.5 लीटर की प्राइस में 500 ml मुफ्त। 2 लीटर की ठंड मिले सिर्फ 200 रुपए में। इससे पहले आपकी चॉइस ठंड कोई और ले जाए, अपनी 2 लीटर स्प्राइट ले आए बाजार से स्प्राइट। ऑफर अवेलेबल इन सिलेक्टेड सिटीज ओनली।
जब बात सुपर पावर हो मंथली एक्स जैसी तो फिक्र कैसी। डायल करो *7733# और पाओ इतना सब कुछ सिर्फ 2100 रुपए की लोड में। जैज मेरी सुपर पावर। होटल पे दिए QR कोड को स्कैन करो एंड जीतो ट्रिप टू दुबई या ढेरों कोक स्टूडियो इनामात।
लक्स हमारा बेस्ट सोप ग्लो के लिए अब सिर्फ 100 रुपए में। जरासीम से भी बचाए और महंगाई से भी।
होटल पे दिए QR कोड को स्कैन करो एंड फाइंड द कोड अंडर द बॉटल कैप। कोड के साथ अपनी डिटेल्स व्हाट्सएप करो to 032 Coca-Cola एंड जीतो ट्रिप टू दुबई या ढेरों कोक स्टूडियो इनामात।
2 लीटर स्प्राइट की बोतल अब खरीदो 1.5 लीटर की प्राइस में 500 ml मुफ्त। 2 लीटर की ठंड मिले सिर्फ 200 रुपए में। इससे पहले आपकी चॉइस ठंड कोई और ले जाए, अपनी 2 लीटर स्प्राइट ले आए बाजार से स्प्राइट। ऑफर अवेलेबल इन सिलेक्टेड सिटीज ओनली।
जब बात सुपर पावर हो मंथली एक्स जैसी तो फिक्र कैसी। डायल करो *7733# और पाओ इतना सब कुछ सिर्फ 2100 रुपए की लोड में। जैज मेरी सुपर पावर। होटल पे दिए QR कोड को स्कैन करो एंड जीतो ट्रिप टू दुबई या ढेरों कोक स्टूडियो इनामात।
लक्स हमारा बेस्ट सोप ग्लो के लिए अब सिर्फ 100 रुपए में। जरासीम से भी बचाए और महंगाई से भी।
होटल पे दिए QR कोड को स्कैन करो एंड फाइंड द कोड अंडर द बॉटल कैप। कोड के साथ अपनी डिटेल्स व्हाट्सएप करो to 032 Coca-Cola एंड जीतो ट्रिप टू दुबई या ढेरों कोक स्टूडियो इनामात।
2 लीटर स्प्राइट की बोतल अब खरीदो 1.5 लीटर की प्राइस में 500 ml मुफ्त। 2 लीटर की ठंड मिले सिर्फ 200 रुपए में। इससे पहले आपकी चॉइस ठंड कोई और ले जाए, अपनी 2 लीटर स्प्राइट ले आए बाजार से स्प्राइट। ऑफर अवेलेबल इन सिलेक्टेड सिटीज ओनली।
जब बात सुपर पावर हो मंथली एक्स जैसी तो फिक्र कैसी। डायल करो *7733# और पाओ इतना सब कुछ सिर्फ 2100 रुपए की लोड में। जैज मेरी सुपर पावर। होटल पे दिए QR कोड को स्कैन करो एंड जीतो ट्रिप टू दुबई या ढेरों कोक स्टूडियो इनामात।
लक्स हमारा बेस्ट सोप ग्लो के लिए अब सिर्फ 100 रुपए में। जरासीम से भी बचाए और महंगाई से भी।
बॉटल पे दिए QR कोड को स्कैन करो एंड फाइंड द कोड अंडर द बॉटल कैप। कोड के साथ अपनी डिटेल्स व्हाट्सएप करो to 032 Coca-Cola एंड जीतो ट्रिप टू दुबई या ढेरों कोक स्टूडियो इनामात।
2 लीटर स्प्राइट की बोतल अब खरीदो 1.5 लीटर की प्राइस में 500 ml मुफ्त। 2 लीटर की ठंड मिले सिर्फ 200 रुपए में। इससे पहले आपकी चॉइस ठंड कोई और ले जाए, अपनी 2 लीटर स्प्राइट ले आए बाजार से स्प्राइट। ऑफर अवेलेबल इन सिलेक्टेड सिटीज ओनली।
जब बात सुपर पावर हो मंथली एक्स जैसी तो फिक्र कैसी। डायल करो *7733# और पाओ इतना सब कुछ सिर्फ 2100 रुपए की नोट में। जैज मेरी सुपर पावर। बॉटल पे दिए QR कोड को स्कैन करो एंड जीतो ट्रिप टू दुबई या ढेरों कोक स्टूडियो इनामात।
लक्स हमारा बेस्ट सोप ग्लो के लिए अब सिर्फ 100 रुपए में। जरासीम से भी बचाए और महंगाई से भी।
बॉटल पे दिए QR कोड को स्कैन करो एंड फाइंड द कोड अंडर द बॉटल कैप। कोड के साथ अपनी डिटेल्स व्हाट्सएप करो to 032 Coca-Cola एंड जीतो ट्रिप टू दुबई या ढेरों कोक स्टूडियो इनामात।
2 लीटर स्प्राइट की बोतल अब खरीदो 1.5 लीटर की प्राइस में 500 ml मुफ्त। 2 लीटर की ठंड मिले सिर्फ 200 रुपए में। इससे पहले आपकी चॉइस ठंड कोई और ले जाए, अपनी 2 लीटर स्प्राइट ले आए बाजार से स्प्राइट। ऑफर अवेलेबल इन सिलेक्टेड सिटीज ओनली।
जब बात सुपर पावर हो मंथली एक्स जैसी तो फिक्र कैसी। डायल करो *7733# और पाओ इतना सब कुछ सिर्फ 2100 रुपए की नोट में। जैज मेरी सुपर पावर। बॉटल पे दिए QR कोड को स्कैन करो एंड जीतो ट्रिप टू दुबई या ढेरों कोक स्टूडियो इनामात।
लक्स हमारा बेस्ट सोप ग्लो के लिए अब सिर्फ 100 रुपए में। जरासीम से भी बचाए और महंगाई से भी।
बॉटल पे दिए QR कोड को स्कैन करो एंड फाइंड द कोड अंडर द बॉटल कैप। कोड के साथ अपनी डिटेल्स व्हाट्सएप करो to 032 Coca-Cola एंड जीतो ट्रिप टू दुबई या ढेरों कोक स्टूडियो इनामात।
2 लीटर स्प्राइट की बोतल अब खरीदो 1.5 लीटर की प्राइस में 500 ml मुफ्त। 2 लीटर की ठंड मिले सिर्फ 200 रुपए में। इससे पहले आपकी चॉइस ठंड कोई और ले जाए, अपनी 2 लीटर स्प्राइट ले आए बाजार से स्प्राइट। ऑफर अवेलेबल इन सिलेक्टेड सिटीज ओनली।
जब बात सुपर पावर हो मंथली एक्स जैसी तो फिक्र कैसी। डायल करो *7733# और पाओ इतना सब कुछ सिर्फ 2100 रुपए की नोट में। जैज मेरी सुपर पावर। बॉटल पे दिए QR कोड को स्कैन करो एंड जीतो ट्रिप टू दुबई या ढेरों कोक स्टूडियो इनामात।
लक्स हमारा बेस्ट सोप ग्लो के लिए अब सिर्फ 100 रुपए में। जरासीम से भी बचाए और महंगाई से भी।
बॉटल पे दिए QR कोड को स्कैन करो एंड फाइंड द कोड अंडर द बॉटल कैप। कोड के साथ अपनी डिटेल्स व्हाट्सएप करो to 032 Coca-Cola एंड जीतो ट्रिप टू दुबई या ढेरों कोक स्टूडियो इनामात।
2 लीटर स्प्राइट की बोतल अब खरीदो 1.5 लीटर की प्राइस में 500 ml मुफ्त। 2 लीटर की ठंड मिले सिर्फ 200 रुपए में। इससे पहले आपकी चॉइस ठंड कोई और ले जाए, अपनी 2 लीटर स्प्राइट ले आए बाजार से स्प्राइट। ऑफर अवेलेबल इन सिलेक्टेड सिटीज ओनली।
जब बात सुपर पावर हो मंथली एक्स जैसी तो फिक्र कैसी। डायल करो *7733# और पाओ इतना सब कुछ सिर्फ 2100 रुपए की नोट में। जैज मेरी सुपर पावर। बॉटल पे
And immediately he was down for the count. In excruciating pain. He was on the ground for a while. Now just conserving energy. It's 197 for 8.
लक्स हमारा बेस्ट सोप ग्लो के लिए अब सिर्फ 100 रुपए में।
जब बात सुपर पावर हो मंथली एक्स जैसी तो फिक्र कैसी। डायल करो *7733# और पाओ इतना सब कुछ सिर्फ 2100 रुपए की लोड में। जैज मेरी सुपर पावर।
होटल पे दिए QR कोड को स्कैन करो एंड जीतो ट्रिप टू दुबई या ढेरों कोक स्टूडियो इनामात।
जरासीम से भी बचाए और महंगाई से भी।
2 लीटर स्प्राइट की बोतल अब खरीदो 1.5 लीटर की प्राइस में 500 ml मुफ्त। 2 लीटर की ठंड मिले सिर्फ 200 रुपए में। इससे पहले आपकी चॉइस ठंड कोई और ले जाए अपनी 2 लीटर स्प्राइट ले आए वजारत स्प्राइट। ऑफर अवेलेबल इन सिलेक्टेड सिटीज ओनली।
Bangladesh with that partnership between Litton Das and Mehdi Miraz.
We're going to have a look at the interception points here. Look at how well Litton Das has played the spinner. And what you can tell from that is the varying points on the front and back foot. So nothing really in the middle, which means he's either gone right forward or right back. And that is any example for any kid watching or anyone wanting to understand spin. That's how you do it. You don't want to get caught in that no man's land where your feet don't move, you get done in the length, which a few of the Pakistan batsmen did. This shows how well he uses the creep, both forward and back. Gets right back onto his stumps, gives him a lot of depth and opportunity to hit the ball into the off or leg side. And then you see those ones on the front foot where he's right forward. So that's a really good spread that. Shows how proficient he's been against
yeah.
Abrar Ahmed in this innings.
Catch! Well ball, well ball, well ball. खुद ही ले लो, खुद ही ले लो। कुछ हो रहा है, टारगेट ले लो कुछ वाले।
Last ball, so
इधर आ जाओ।
can they stop Litton Das from taking a single? It pushed the fielders back for that single, which Das, of course, hasn't taken to bring Hassan on strike. He's got a short leg, still pretty much in the deep on the onside, so let's see how Das can pierce that. Yeah, he'll just walk it. Nice and easy. He'll keep strike, 198 for 8.
जरासीम से भी बचाए और महंगाई से भी।
2 लीटर स्प्राइट की बोतल अब खरीदो 1.5 लीटर की प्राइस में 500 ml मुफ्त। 2 लीटर की ठंड मिले सिर्फ 200 रुपए में। इससे पहले आपकी चॉइस ठंड कोई और ले जाए, अपनी 2 लीटर स्प्राइट ले आए बाजार से स्प्राइट। ऑफर अवेलेबल इन सिलेक्टेड सिटीज ओनली।
जब बात सुपर पावर हो मंथली एक्स जैसी तो फिक्र कैसी। डायल करो *7733# और पाओ इतना सब कुछ सिर्फ 2100 रुपए की नोट में। जैज मेरी सुपर पावर।
लक्स हमारा बेस्ट सोप ग्लो के लिए अब सिर्फ 100 रुपए में।
बॉटल पे दिए QR कोड को स्कैन करो एंड जीतो ट्रिप टू दुबई या ढेरों कोक स्टूडियो इनामात।
There's a package against spin and how well Miraz and Litton Das played. Watch how far forward they get and really watchful on the front foot and then push right back. Right on their stumps. Just gives them so much time to read the delivery off the pitch and therefore being able to maneuver it into gaps on the off and leg side. So very difficult for Abrahama to bring about a false shot.
Now was asking to be hit. There is protection.
What's the way that they have played spin in this first innings is going to be really questioned in the second innings. So look at the strike rate there. This is Litton Das this series, 38 runs versus spin, so a strike rate of 39, and particularly severe against pace. It's been a really fantastic innings. He's in some form as the wicketkeeper batter. Seems to be able to time his innings really well. Came in and under a bit of pressure, weathered the storm well and rotated the strike. Mehdi Hassan Miraz was the aggressor in the first part of that innings, but as time went on, Litton caught up pretty quickly. Seems to have a real maturity about him that's grown over the years, become a really dependable force in the Bangladesh lineup. Look at that Bangladesh batting lineup, and there's a lot of good players all the way down. They bat very, very deep. They'll be thinking about how many runs behind. They trail by 75. They'll want to get as close as they can. These runs are so important. Consider what that new ball can do. So the closer they can get, they'll know they have a chance.
No ball signaled by the umpire. Front foot no ball. Still on Muhammad Ali. So the workload increases on the two fast bowlers. Khurram, who was in his 17th over, and then Mir Hamza. Hearing that he had an injury in the shoulder, some pain in the shoulder. Went off before tea. There he is. End of another over. 200 up for Bangladesh. Two.
जब बात सुपर पावर हो मंथली एक्स जैसी तो फिक्र कैसी डायल करो *7733# और पाओ इतना सब कुछ सिर्फ 2100 रुपए की लोड में जैज
2 लीटर स्प्राइट की बोतल अब खरीदो 1.5 लीटर की प्राइस में 500 ml मुफ्त 2 लीटर की ठंड मिले सिर्फ 200 रुपए में। इससे पहले आपकी चॉइस ठंड कोई और ले जाए अपनी 2 लीटर स्प्राइट ले आए वजारत स्प्राइट। ऑफर अवेलेबल इन सिलेक्टेड सिटीज ओनली।
लक्स हमारा बेस्ट सोप ग्लो के लिए अब सिर्फ 100 रुपए में।
बॉटल पे दिए QR कोड को स्कैन करो एंड जीतो ट्रिप टू दुबई या ढेरों कोक स्टूडियो इनामात।
This stage, I mean, if you notice, Litton Das is doing a very good job in controlling how he wants the game to go. In the previous over, he just, with his eye contact, told his partner, let's go for a single, and he easily got it. So, he's playing at least 4 balls in an over and leaving 2 for his partner. Yes, he's thinking might be a boundary, but end up with 1 run. So now this is the opportunity for Abrar. He's got 4 deliveries and he's got Hassan in front of him. That's what they're discussing right now. Why the single? Really thought that he had the man beaten down at long on with that shot.
Solid as a rock. Yeah, there hasn't been much panic, which is good. Litton Das bringing a sense of calm to the batting lineup, saying to Hassan Mahmood, you'll be fine, you'll be good. A little bit quicker. He's bowled quite quick through the air and quite flat. Now there's some members of the commentary team, Amir Sohail, asking him to bowl wider and fuller of off stump, get the batsman playing outside instead of bowling so straight. Ah, that's an absolute beauty. But it's well played. You're going to get the odd ball that's going to turn sharply. I remember facing Shane Warne for the first time in my career, and Andrew Strauss at the other end saying to me, play as if every ball goes straight. If he bowls you a big leg break that turns past your outside edge, well, so be it. Got to be a pretty good player to nick it. Good over from Abrar. 201 for 8.
बॉटल पे दिए QR कोड को स्कैन करो एंड फाइंड द कोड अंडर द बॉटल कैप। कोड के साथ अपनी डिटेल्स व्हाट्सएप करो to 032 Coca-Cola एंड जीतो ट्रिप टू दुबई या ढेरों कोक स्टूडियो इनामात। सुपर पावर जब बात सुपर पावर हो मंथली एक्स जैसी तो फिक्र कैसी डायल करो *7733# और पाओ इतना सब कुछ सिर्फ 2100 रुपए की लोड में जैज मेरी सुपर पावर।
2 लीटर स्प्राइट की बोतल अब खरीदो 1.5 लीटर की प्राइस में 500 ml मुफ्त 2 लीटर की ठंड मिले सिर्फ 200 रुपए में। इससे पहले आपकी चॉइस ठंड कोई और ले जाए अपनी 2 लीटर स्प्राइट ले आए वजारत स्प्राइट। ऑफर अवेलेबल इन सिलेक्टेड सिटीज ओनली।
लक्स हमारा बेस्ट सोप ग्लो के लिए अब सिर्फ 100 रुपए में। जरासीम से भी बचाए और महंगाई से भी।
A delivery that probably would be unplayable to many top order batters in the world. won't run. There we go. Great facility for the fans. Scan the QR code at the Inverex Solar Energy mobile charging booth. Answer a simple question and you can win yourself prizes. You can charge your mobile phones also, or the tablets, through Inverex Solar Energy while watching the game. It's been tough days. The heat has tested the bowlers especially. They've been bowling long hours out there. And Mohammad Ali was no different. And his shoulder pain just took the better of him. Eventually he walked out to get himself treated. This was just before tea. Nick, out of the 6 dismissals in the first session today, I think Hamza's dismissal of Mushfiqur was the best delivery, wasn't it? Which is one of the best ones.
Yeah, it was an absolute cracker to get out a player at the top of his game. He's in sublime form, 191, of course, in the first test match. A match-winning innings. And one of high class and high praise from everyone who watched it. So when he walked to the crease, you felt that his wicket was going to be a big one, and it was a particularly good delivery. We'll have a look at it. Again, as they saunter through for another single. Litton Das goes to 90. Very happy to give Hassan Mahmood the strike.
Amazing. Any batter, any top order batter in the world would have trouble dealing with that. It's another thing that noticed, every over's fourth delivery, Das is taking a single. Wonder the fielding captain hasn't noticed that. So he's running the proceedings at will. Again, 2 deliveries available to the fast bowler if he can make way through the defense of Hassan, who's looked good, by the way.
Yeah, you can keep doing it for some while, but after a while you start thinking we've got to do something different. At the moment, balls like that aren't really going to trouble Hassan Mahmood, who's he's looked calm, he's looked quite assured. Yes, he's been beaten a few times outside the off stump, but he hasn't followed it, he hasn't looked flustered, which I think's been impressive. And it's, yes, the runs aren't coming in their abundance, but the longer they stay out there, the longer and more frustrated Pakistan will get. They'll be the opening batsman now. This is the period where you start thinking about your own innings. You're thinking, am I going to bat tonight? How many overs am I going to have? Leg slip. And again, defiant. A horrible sight for Pakistan. It's over. 200.
2 लीटर स्प्राइट की बोतल अब खरीदो 1.5 लीटर की प्राइस में 500 ml मुफ्त 2 लीटर की ठंड मिले सिर्फ 200 रुपए में। इससे पहले आपकी चॉइस ठंड कोई और ले जाए, अपनी 2 लीटर स्प्राइट ले आए वजारत स्प्राइट। ऑफर अवेलेबल इन सिलेक्टेड सिटीज ओनली।
लक्स, हमारा बेस्ट सोप ग्लो के लिए अब सिर्फ 100 रुपए में।
जब बात सुपर पावर हो मंथली एक्स जैसी तो फिक्र कैसी। डायल करो *7733# और पाओ इतना सब कुछ सिर्फ 2100 रुपए की लोड में। जैज, मेरी सुपर पावर।
जरासीम से भी बचाए और महंगाई से भी।
होटल पे दिए QR कोड को स्कैन करो एंड जीतो ट्रिप टू दुबई या ढेरों कोक स्टूडियो इनामात।
Just going back to what you were talking about, how Hassan has been dealing the bowling attack, I think the message is pretty clear to him. Anything that's coming within the stumps, you put back to that. Rest of it, Just ignore it. And he's done well.
Yeah, it's a simple way of playing. When you think straight, you bring down that big barn door, and if the ball leaves you or nips away or spins, well then, you know, so be it. You have to be a good player to nick those deliveries. This one's hit hard and it's dropped. Briar Bra, who gets a single hand to it. It was a tough chance.
It was an attempt with a lot of reluctance because yes, it was hit very, very hard. He went with it almost like a reflex, but he wasn't really looking, hoping for it to stick into his hands. Have a look at that. That was smashed back at the bowler. There. See, he didn't really want to catch it. It's more like he's trying to stop it. Also, when you talk about getting Hassan's wicket, which I guess Pakistan is aiming at, you just get a feeling that Abrara has a better opportunity compared to the Pacers because Hassan is so programmed in his brain, he's not going to touch anything outside off stump. So with that turning ball, you've seen it's beaten the outside edge a couple of times. Maybe he can bring one the opposite direction.
Yeah, having watched Abrara today, I've still got the feeling in my mind. I'm wondering how he's going to take a wicket, because there's one thing just running up and bowling on the same spot, but you've got to work your batsman out. How's he going to work him out? Is he going to throw 3 or 4 outside the off stump and then slip in the slider? And I think today, if there's any criticism of him, I haven't been able to understand really how he's going to work out the players that he's bowled against. He hasn't bowled badly, he's bowled consistently, but you haven't had that feeling that he's got a plan. He might have a plan now. I've got a lot of men around the bat, as you'd expect. But so far, Hassan Mahmood has been up to the task. And the old adage of if it's on the stumps, play nice and straight has worked so far. As backward point comes into a second slip. So they've got 2 slips and 2 men just in front of the bat. Again, played confidently by the wide bat of Mahmood. It's not a sight that any of the Pakistan fielders or captain will want to see. They'll want Abrara to break through his defences. And again, plenty of time on the back foot. Another very comfortable over from Bangladesh, 203 for 8.
Bangladesh trail by 71. Pakistan looking to close the innings out. They still need a couple of wickets here. Sends him back again. They're allowing for the single, except for man wideish slip. Everyone, all fielders in the outfield allowing for Liton Das to take that single. You either hit the boundary to get the run, or you'll have to plug it into the gap to push back for 2. Also carrying a niggle. You can't sprint up and down the surface either. You see those fielders come in at the last and second last ball of the over if Liton Das is still there. He tries to manufacture something to move across his stumps. Again sends Hassan back.
Yeah, runs are important for Bangladesh, but spending time equally important, if not more important. Because Pakistan will be looking, as you rightly said, to pick up those last 2 wickets as quickly as possible and have a good lead. Because they would want to set this test match up in their favour. So it's important for also Bangladesh, especially Lichun Kumar Das, because he's shielded Hassan Mahmood away from strike. Having said that, have a look at Hassan Mahmood, the number of deliveries that he has faced, 23. So if they batted time, they batted more than half an hour after tea.
Yeah, 23 deliveries. He's putting his hand up and say, I've got this, Litton. But still, there's so many variables in the game, so much time still left in the game. Oh, big shot with the angle in. Has it done enough, or it is still straying down the line? Salman Ali Agha thinks it might be crashing into leg stump. The umpire, who matters, doesn't, and Shan has sent this upstairs.
TV umpire to director. We have a player review for LBW. On-field decision is not out. I have checked the feet. It's a fair delivery. Can we start with front on, please? Ball is close to the bat. Need to confirm through ultra edge. Keep rolling, keep rolling. The flat line. Take it back one more time, please. Take it back. Now roll forward. Freeze it here. There is a spike and ball next to the bat, and there is no gap between bat and ball as well. Stay with your original decision. Copy. Stand by. You're on screen. Please signal.
Another brilliant decision on field from Michael Goff. The inside edge, as ultra edge confirmed. Yeah, 4 deliveries now. Litton Das will be looking to get down the other end so he can face up from the next over. There you go, there's a single. Leaves Hassan with 1 delivery.
What an important role Lichun Kumar Das has played for Bangladesh. And don't forget the part that Medius and Miraj played in that partnership. Never before it has happened in Test cricket. A side losing 6 wickets with 30 or less runs on the board to add 150 plus for the 7th wicket partnership. Magnificent, magnificent display of character, toughness, resilience. Once again, it's now turned off Hassan Mahmood. Blocks it away. 204 for 8.
जरासीम से भी बचाए और महंगाई से भी
2 लीटर स्प्राइट की बोतल अब खरीदो 1.5 लीटर की प्राइस में 500 ml मुफ्त 2 लीटर की ठंड मिले सिर्फ 200 रुपए में। इससे पहले आपकी चॉइस ठंड कोई और ले जाए अपनी 2 लीटर स्प्राइट ले आए वजारत स्प्राइट ऑफर अवेलेबल इन सिलेक्टेड सिटीज ओनली।
जब बात सुपर पावर हो मंथली एक्स जैसी तो फिक्र कैसी। डायल करो *7733# और पाओ इतना सब कुछ सिर्फ 2100 रुपए की लोड में। जैज मेरी सुपर पावर।
लक्स हमारा बेस्ट सोप ग्लो के लिए अब सिर्फ 100 रुपए में।
होटल पे दिए QR कोड को स्कैन करो एंड जीतो ट्रिप टू दुबई या ढेरों कोक स्टूडियो इनामात।
Yeah, we see you. I think they see themselves as well. That is brilliant, brilliant scene. The crowds come out in numbers, being a Sunday evening, and they've been treated to some quality test cricket. First with Pakistan seamers with the ball in the first hour, and then an excellent partnership between Liton Kumar Das and Mehdi. That's what the gesture looked like. In all of that, Liton Kumar Das is now just 4 shy of a magnificent century.
I didn't pick it up. Hang on. Well, it just lost it till right at the end. I thought the hand was going towards the ball. He's now moved on to 96. Well, to be honest, it does deserve 100. So did Madison Mirage. They fought well. We'll have to wait and see whether he can get another test 100. Would be his fourth. 96 of 160 deliveries. He's a class act. He knew the responsibility when he came on to bat, and still batting.
It's been the storyline. After lunch, it's been the storyline. Liton and Mehdi. Pakistan were short of questions, short of answers. Khurram Shahzad decided to break it up. He's got 6 wickets. Abrar yet to pick up a wicket into his 24th over. Liton Das on 96. Liton Das stays on 96. It's also that last delivery now, where he might want to get down to the other end to face up against in the next over. Yeah, he bowls quicker through the air. He does not a big flighter off the ball. It's a flatter trajectory. Gets through his overs fairly quickly. Not a big turner either. Hassan Mahmood will take strike as they manage to keep Liton Das down the other end. 208 for 8.
जब पास सुपर पावर हो मंथली एक्स जैसी तो फिक्र कैसी डायल करो *7733# और पाओ इतना सब कुछ सिर्फ 2100 रुपए की लोड में जैज मेरी सुपर पावर
500 ml मुफ्त 2 लीटर की ठंड मिले सिर्फ 200 रुपए में।
लक्स हमारा बेस्ट सोप ग्लो के लिए अब सिर्फ 100 रुपए में।
बॉटल में दिए QR कोड को स्कैन करो एंड जीतो ट्रिप टू दुबई या ढेरों कोक स्टूडियो इनामात।
जरासीम से भी बचाए और महंगाई से भी।
Number 6. More than 800 runs. Yes, he only has played 3 innings at number 8 and his average is 53. But more importantly, if you look at the number of runs, obviously number 7 suits him perfectly in Test cricket.
Churning out big runs. 46 the average over 1100 runs. And he's still not done here. He's holding the fort strong for Bangladesh. Hassan Mahmood, you got to give it to him. 24 deliveries he's managed to fend off. His job is just to make sure he doesn't get turned over in terms of a wicket. Mir Hamza's got his chance here now to Hassan Mahmood. Yeah, big grunt trying to push him back onto the back foot with the shorter deliveries. He's got 2 men alongside Rizwan, the leg slip, bat pad as well. For anything that might get lobbed in trying to defend. Ripke Jaria brings the glove into play. Watch out for that fuller delivery with the arm around the wicket. Just away. Just shies away from the left hand extended. And Abrar does the cleanup job. Very, very close. to Babar Azam's outstretched right hand.
The trap was set. Maybe he was just a touch finer. It flew to the left. He thought that perhaps there was an opportunity. Just couldn't get his outstretched hand close enough to the ball, which allows the batter to cross over. Now it's Liton Kumar Das, and the field will sped out.
Liton Das on 96, field spread out. They've been out there together for 60 deliveries, 61 deliveries now. And the way the field is, they're more than happy to get him down the other end. They want to bowl at Hasan Memo. They want to pin Hasan Memo down one end and try and pick up his wicket. And Liton Das has dictated terms so far. Mir Hamza just walking up to Shan Masood. Maybe a change of plan. The field remains the same. Watches it sail. He's got plenty of time. He doesn't need to rush through this. If it's in his area, do you imagine Liton Das will pounce at the opportunity? But at the moment, it's about still continuing to build this partnership with Hasan. And if he keeps doing what he's been doing, the next 4 runs won't be that difficult. But that's not the job. There's a bigger job at hand. That's the one. Once again leaves Hasan with just one delivery.
Yeah, we've seen in the past now that you see the lower order batter are required to spend time in the middle, and that's one of the reasons why they tend to spend a little bit more time in the nets batting. It adds so much value. And I'm sure the likes of Hasan Mahmood, Taskin Ahmed and company would have done that for a while.
Once again in the air, plenty of shouts for catch it, who's and ahs. That'll also be the end of the over. 210 for 8.
बॉटल पे दिए QR कोड को स्कैन करो and find the code under the bottle cap. कोड के साथ अपनी details WhatsApp करो to 032 Coca-Cola and जीतो trip to Dubai या ढेरों Coke Studio इनामात. जब बात सुपर पावर हो मंथली एक्स जैसी तो फिक्र कैसी? डायल करो *7733# और पाओ इतना सब कुछ सिर्फ 2100 रुपए की लोड में. जैज मेरी सुपर पावर.
500 ml मुफ्त 2 लीटर की ठंड मिले सिर्फ 200 रुपए में.
लक्स हमारा बेस्ट सोप ग्लो के लिए अब सिर्फ 100 रुपए में. जरासीम से भी बचाए और महंगाई से भी.
Strike. Let's be very clear to the Bangladesh audience. I'm not trying to jinx anything here. I've just been fed a stat and I've relayed it to the world. On 97, Abrar into his 25th over. Except for the slip, no fielders around. The single is available. Oh, he's pushing for 2. He sees a chance. And he sees a very good chance. Scampers through. And now he is just one shy of a 3-figure mark.
That is brilliant piece of running in between the wickets. The moment he played that shot, he knew that second was on. 99 for Lichun Kumar Das. He needs a single to bring his 4th Test match 100. Interesting to see whether the fielders come in. Yes, they are. Why not? So everybody comes in to stop that single.
Yep, you've heard from Rizwan. Don't give away the single. And Liton Das on 99.
Oh yeah, pasti ko naman pre bowling ka ba? Sir, like this one.
He's just now received his first official warning, Abrar Ahmed, for repeatedly getting into that danger area. It's a bit of a mind game here. Liton Kumar Das has actually no rush for time. That's what's been the hallmark feature of this innings. And I don't think he needs to do anything different. Yeah, good. He's more than happy to play the waiting game. Has this been repeated offender? Unofficial warnings. But it's after he bowls.
Well, he's been spot on in terms of shot selection. We spoke about his defense. This time he goes down the wicket. And still open spaces on the offside, so an easy single taken. Good use of the feet, and look the direction that he's trying to hit. Straight as an arrow. He's an elegant batter. He's a classy and elegant. Lovely to watch on song. And he certainly proved today that even under very difficult circumstances, he can bring out his best. What an innings this has turned out to be.
Yeah, just as I said, I thought just this ploy of allowing Liton the single and asking him to get off strike. Obviously different for Hassan Mahmood. That's what Pakistan's been trying. It's now 81 deliveries since they've been trying and to get Hassan onto strike and get him out. He's now placed 30 of those. And I think Pakistan will have to come up with a different plan here. 223. Jarasim se bhi bachaye aur महंगाई से भी.
जब पास सुपर पावर हो मंथली एक्स जैसी तो फिक्र कैसी डायल करो *7733# और पाओ इतना सब कुछ सिर्फ 2100 रुपए की लोड में. जैज मेरी सुपर पावर.
लक्स हमारा बेस्ट सोप ग्लो के लिए अब सिर्फ 100 रुपए में.
ऑर्डर पे दिए QR कोड को स्कैन करो एंड जीतो ट्रिप टू दुबई या ढेरों कोक स्टूडियो इनामात.
26 for 6 Bangladesh were. Almost 200 runs scored. 197 runs scored for the next 2 wickets. This partnership 82 deliveries. Not only the fact that they're able to get close to that 274, this is that record we talked about earlier. Never in the history of Test match cricket has a 7th wicket partnership produced 150 runs or more after a team loses 6 wickets for less than 30 runs. This is massive.
And what a time to achieve that. The innings was tottering at 26 for 6, and then these two batsmen joined each other out there in the middle and almost resurrected the innings. Have made it very hard for Pakistan to win this one convincingly.
Now the other issue, yes, that they're now getting closer to that 274. The other issue is that they're also eating into time. If Pakistan have to force a result, they have to make sure that they have enough overs to bowl Bangladesh out a second time. And then you'll have to calculate, they have to bat quicker. A lot of things then you are forced to do.
Plenty of question marks, Basit. You know, given the performance of Pakistan team in the last test match on day 5, edged but safe. Do you think they can afford to go after the Bangladeshi bowlers? Yes, the pitch is very true. Not a lot of gremlins on the pitch. The ball is coming, actually sliding onto the bat very nicely. Very good for batting. But yes, Pakistani team has to force the issue from here on. But first thing first, they have to break the stride of Litton Das, who has batted beautifully. Have to break this partnership. 31 already.
Huge appeal, huge shout. Michael Goff says no. Pakistan have a review. Abrar wants it. Rizwan says it's high, maybe impact outside off stump. Looks around Shan Masood. 4, 3, 2, 1, gone.
The only chance Abrar had with that delivery, if there was a scrap on the ball. If it wasn't, impact was outside the line. The ball would have bounced over the stumps. He's done a good job, Hassan Mahmood. 224 for 8.
जब फास्ट सुपर पावर हो मंथली एक्स जैसी तो फिक्र कैसी डायल करो *7733# और पाओ इतना सब कुछ सिर्फ 2100 रुपए की लोड में जैज मेरी सुपर पावर
500 ml मुफ्त 2 लीटर की ठंड मिले सिर्फ 200 रुपए में।
लक्स हमारा बेस्ट सोप ग्लो के लिए अब सिर्फ 100 रुपए में।
बॉटल पे दिए क्यूआर कोड को स्कैन करो एंड जीतो ट्रिप टू दुबई या ढेरों कोक स्टूडियो इनामात।
जरासीम से भी बचाए और महंगाई से भी।
Run rate 2.14, but they're eating into overs. Very comfortable for Litton Das. That's a beautiful cut shot. He will come back for 2. The inquiry from Pakistan previous over, the impact is outside and a lot of bounce too, so nothing really going in favor. John excited. It's almost been too long with these Bangladeshi lower order batters. Hassan has played 33 deliveries.
That has been a great contribution from Hassan with the bat. He has helped his partner Litton Das to bring down the deficit. It's of 47 runs now.
Yeah, I asked this question to Nick before, considering the way that the pitch is playing, the way that the test match is evolving. What would you consider a substantial lead? 47 right now, Bangladesh trail by. You think if it goes down to 20-30, then it almost nullifies the first innings?
It has already. It has. Let's be honest. And you know what Pakistan needs to do from here on? Pick these 2 wickets quickly and try and score at least 270 runs to be able to get themselves a chance to win the game and level the series. I don't mind whether you lose 1-0, 2-0, edge. Elude the fielder that slips. Babar Azam gave it a chase. 2 runs for Hassan. It's 229 for 8.
बॉटल पे दिए QR कोड को स्कैन करो and find the code under the bottle cap. कोड के साथ अपनी details WhatsApp करो to 032 Coca-Cola and जीतो ट्रिप टू दुबई या ढेरों कोक स्टूडियो इनामात. जब बात सुपर पावर हो मंथली एक्स जैसी तो फिक्र कैसी. डायल करो *7733# और पाओ इतना सब कुछ सिर्फ 2100 रुपए की लोड में. जैज मेरी सुपर पावर.
500 ml मुफ्त 2 लीटर की ठंड मिले सिर्फ 200 रुपए में.
लक्स हमारा बेस्ट सोप ग्लो के लिए अब सिर्फ 100 रुपए में. जरासीम से भी बचाए और महंगाई से भी.
229 for 8 after being 6 down for 26. Now, this has been the team where Litton Das is allowed the single is available for all the over. He picks it up on the 3rd, 4th delivery. And then Hassan defends the last couple of deliveries. Now, for Shan to be proactive, he might as well bring the field up right now and ask Litton Das to have a go.
I totally agree. At times as a captain, you have to go on a punt. You have to buy a wicket. Tempt the batsman into doing something untowards where you have a chance to pick up a wicket. At the moment, they're going through the motions.
So Litton Das, well, the opportunity arises, he try and hit a boundary, but now 4th delivery, he's got the opportunity just to tap one back and then turn it into a space for a single.
See, that has been the problem. And it tells you that he hasn't got match practice. That's why he's been landing his back foot in the danger area. And that was the second warning. I would suggest ask your leg spinner to bowl round the stumps to neutralize that danger, because the 3rd warning means he won't be able to bowl. Already, Muhammad Ali is sitting in the dressing room, nursing an injury. So not many options available from there on if that happens for the captain.
Litton takes the single of the 5th delivery. Now just 1 delivery for Hassan to survive. Everybody comes in, there's a leg slip, a short leg, a slip in a gully.
लक्स हमारा बेस्ट सोप ग्लो के लिए अब सिर्फ 100 रुपए में.
जब बात सुपर पावर हो मंथली एक्स जैसी तो फिक्र कैसी. डायल करो *7733# और पाओ इतना सब कुछ सिर्फ 2100 रुपए की लोड में. जैज मेरी सुपर पावर.
जरासीम से भी बचाए और महंगाई से भी.
बॉटल पे दिए QR कोड को स्कैन करो एंड जीतो ट्रिप टू दुबई या ढेरों कोक स्टूडियो इनामात.
The complexion of the test match. Even Hassan now with a very well manufactured on drive.
He was very comfortable executing that stroke. Didn't try to thrash the ball, just timed it perfectly.
Khurram Shahzad back into the attack. 6 for 78 for him. Field set wide for Litton Das, who's on strike. Very purposeful in his innings has been the innings of Litton Das. And also a purposeful, purpose-built tourist city. Pakistan's first Blue World City. So Litton Das, well, he's got the 100, but the contribution from Hassan Mahmood in this partnership, a 41 partnership, but Hassan been completely solid. Forward defensive, forward defensive, forward defensive. Been untroubled.
See, if you compare Hassan Mahmood from the first test match where he was asked to bat, there is a huge change in his attitude and his technique. In the first test match, he was backing away from the leg stump. Now, he's looking to cover the line. The coaches must have worked with him. Somehow, that's why he's been able to play with comfort and ease.
Yeah, coach is happy, they smile, because it's all about the contribution that he's made to the partnership. 41, 103 deliveries. And Bangladesh loved that package. Hassan, he smiled first, then the coaches, so kudos to the production team, bringing smiles to Bangladesh's dressing room and players' faces. Overthrow, and they'll come back for the second, so Pakistan really tiring. He's just coming off.
Yeah, that partnership really ran Pakistani fielders and bowlers ragged. And the tiredness is showing. A shot in ideas, allowing even Hassan to survive for 37 deliveries. Great effort from him. And it goes to show that if as a tail ender you don't have the ability to score runs, you have to learn the art of occupying the crease and help your senior batter. And how well he has done that, partnership of 43. That has indeed changed the complexion, leaving Pakistani team to do more in this test match.
And pushes it out to cover and just collects the single. Now this was the 5th ball of the over, so it's all too easy. Even on the 4th ball, Shan Masood unwilling to bring the field up. So now just one delivery for Hassan to survive. So you're banking on one delivery that'll dismiss Hassan, and it hasn't worked so far, hasn't worked for 17.2 overs. So maybe you have to change something. Maybe try and bring the field up, say 3 balls before, say even 4 balls before.
Try a heavy ball. Yes, I know it didn't work against Litton Das and Mehdi Hasan Miraj when they were trying to bounce them out. But here's a tail ender. Try a heavy ball and see how he reacts.
Exactly the field set for that, Amir Bhai. They've probably listened to you now. The short ball theory with the short leg and a leg slip.
I'm behind the mic, not on 10-eye.
That's underneath that. 237 for 8.
लक्स हमारा बेस्ट सोप ग्लो के लिए अब सिर्फ 100 रुपए में।
जब बात सुपर पावर हो मंथली एक्स जैसी तो फिक्र कैसी। डायल करो *7733# और पाओ इतना सब कुछ सिर्फ 2100 रुपए की नोट में। जैज मेरी ऑर्डर पे दिए QR कोड को स्कैन करो एंड जीतो ट्रिप टू दुबई या ढेरों कोक स्टूडियो इनामात।
जरासीम से भी बचाए और महंगाई से भी।
something out of the bag? Well, England declared with 110 overs remaining. They gave a target of 343 on a surface which was just a batter's dream. Boundary hitting was perfect, but they went on to win the game after dangling a carrot to Pakistan. It was, I think it was David Gower who said on declaration that it's not just a carrot, it's a whole farm, a fruit farm that they've dangled, because 343 and 110 overs on that surface wasn't out of reach in any stretch of the imagination. Now, does Shan think along those terms?
Buzz it, no risks, no rewards. You know, to get favorable results, you need to be innovative, you need to be adventurous. And that's what Pakistanis have to do. It's going to be an ultimate test of the batters as far as this test match is concerned and Pakistani batting lineup is concerned.
A little bit of turn. It's interesting, the strengths of both teams. Abrar has played this test match, but Bangladesh with their spinners really got that control. Mehdi Hasan got a fifer. But with the Pakistan spinners, it has not been much. Abrar into his 28th over, hasn't got a wicket yet. And remember, he only came into the attack when Bangladesh was 6 down.
Yeah, but you have to give it to Abrar. He has given the control to the captain. Yes, he hasn't been able to pick up a wicket. It could have been handy. But he hasn't leaked runs. He's into his 28th over without any match practice. And bowled with a lot of control.
Field comes in. 2 deliveries for Hassan Mahmood to survive.
I would like him to flight the ball. Talking about dangling a carrot. The time is rife. Abrar has to do that in order to buy a wicket. Couple of runs on that quickish delivery for Hassan Mahmood.
Yeah, he goes into double figures. He's on to 10 now. That deficit just 34. This one just reinforcing that need to pitch it up. Don't want the batter to go on the back foot like that. 240 for 8.
जरासीम से भी बचाए और महंगाई से भी।
500 ml मुफ्त 2 लीटर की ठंड मिले सिर्फ 200 रुपए में।
जब बात सुपर पावर हो मंथली एक्स जैसी तो फिक्र कैसी। डायल करो *7733# और पाओ इतना सब कुछ सिर्फ 2100 रुपए की लोड में। जैज मेरी सुपर पावर।
लक्स हमारा बेस्ट सोप ग्लो के लिए अब सिर्फ 100 रुपए में।
होटल में दिए QR कोड को स्कैन करो एंड जीतो ट्रिप टू दुबई या ढेरों कोक स्टूडियो इनामात।
Runs scored on the very first day, and Pakistan replied with 579, and people thought, well, the game's done and dusted. But England then declared at 264 for 7, leaving Pakistan to score 343. The target was 343 of 110 overs. In the end, England won by 74 runs, but to be able to force a result on an absolute road, it took some doing. And that is where Ben Stokes announced himself as the captain. Khurram Shahzad into his 19th over. Muhammad Ali back on the field. We're told that he might not bowl, was not going to bowl in this innings, but nobody would have thought that the innings would have carried on for so long. So he's been told by the team management, well, go on, go and have a bowl because it's not working out. Right, this now I don't understand because this has been carrying on for 19 overs. 2 deliveries done, Shan Masood still has the field spread. He's still allowing Litton the single. Even on the 4th delivery, even on the 5th delivery, he's allowing Litton Das the single. Now, yes, you've worked on this, it hasn't worked. Change something, maybe bring the field up. Make Litton hit over the top, make him take that aggressive.
Not 250 on the board with that 6. At least he had the better, taking few chances, and who knows if he had mistimed that one. But this is good batting. You have to give it to Litton Das. He's been reacting so well according to the situation.
This is short and cut away, no single, so now Pakistan have the opportunity for all 6 balls to Hassan Mahmood. 251 for 8.
बॉटल पे दिए QR कोड को स्कैन करो and find the code under the bottle cap. कोड के साथ अपनी details WhatsApp करो to 032 Coca-Cola and जीतो trip to Dubai या ढेरों Coke Studio इनामात. जब बात सुपर पावर हो मंथली एक्स जैसी तो फिक्र कैसी? डायल करो *7733# और पाओ इतना सब कुछ सिर्फ 2100 रुपए की लोड में. जैज मेरी सुपर पावर.
500 ml मुफ्त 2 लीटर की ठंड मिले सिर्फ 200 रुपए में.
लक्स हमारा बेस्ट सोप ग्लो के लिए अब सिर्फ 100 रुपए में. जरासीम से भी बचाए और महंगाई से भी.
Place, you can work on something.
Into his 20th over now, Khurram Shahzad. 251 for 8. Pakistan still searching. 125 deliveries. What a strike. It's come from a man who's commanded. He's been commanding at the crease. He's been controlled throughout. And as Shan Masood brought the field up, he said, okay, I have an answer to that as well. But at least, as our previous commentators also alluded to, Amir and Wazid Khan, that they're trying something different now. Because previously the plan for 120 deliveries yielding 52 runs did not work.
Yeah, frustration, widespread frustration, not only around the ground, but in the camp and on the field. I can tell you, the body is tired, it's sore, and players start getting a bit grumpy. You've tried everything, and so far Hassan Mahmood has been rock solid on that front foot. I think that line and length is better option though. Get him driving. It only takes one false shot. He's been there a while now, and he was not a man who would have spent this amount of time out there very often. So, got to get the ball full.
He's been in there long enough to play a shot which one of his top order could have been very proud of. We're talking about Shan Masood, we're talking about being proactive. We want to dictate the game. For starters, from being 26 for 6.
Let's just talk about this shot because it was a high class. It's like Mark wore off his legs. He liked that, didn't he?
A lot of comparisons being drawn in this part of the world.
Look at the flick of the wrist though there. I mean, that was as good as anyone.
No, it's been shelled. The skipper shells one. And it's just got from bad to us.
Yeah, that can happen late in the day. Your mind is thinking about the bowling changes, thinking about how to get these wickets, and then suddenly you get an opportunity yourself. Let's just have a quick look at that. Did that carry? Just got there a bit early. We've seen that a couple of times today. Oh, he did. He got there. It was a pretty simple catch in the end. Things go bad to worse for the captain, for the fielding unit.
Drawing comparisons. Joe Root said it was like watching Jack Callis when Gus Atkinson scores his maiden century. You will look calling Hassan Mahmood drawing comparisons was Mark Waugh with that clip into the leg side.
Yeah, he's a bit of Mark Waugh on the leg stump and then a bit of Sachin on the front foot. What do you think?
Here we go then.
The big barn door coming down. The bats look very wide, doesn't it? I mean, as far as forward defences go, I don't think you get much better.
He scored 12, Nick.
He's done a brilliant job. Look at that, come on. You can't tell me that isn't as good as anyone in the game. Yeah, over up. 253 for it.
लक्स हमारा बेस्ट सोप ग्लो के लिए अब सिर्फ 100 रुपए में।
जब पास सुपर पावर हो मंथली एक्स जैसी तो फिक्र कैसी। डायल करो *7733# और पाओ इतना सब कुछ सिर्फ 2100 रुपए की लोड में। जैज मेरी सुपर पावर।
जरासीम से भी बचाए और महंगाई से भी।
ऑर्डर में दिए क्यूआर कोड को स्कैन करो एंड जीतो ट्रिप टू दुबई या ढेरों कोक स्टूडियो इनामात।
They were 191 for 6. Mehdi Hasan Miraz and Liton Das battled it out. Liton Das still there, 130 unbeaten. And what they have done together is a 60-run partnership for the 9th wicket. Been out there for 131 deliveries. And what that means is now the trail is only of 21 runs. Pakistan had their chances. Previous delivery captains put a catch down.
I've got an idea for you. What about bowling around the wicket? Bring the fielder in. Have one man back for the sweep. And get Abrar to bowl around the wicket. Wonder whether that'll induce a characteristic shock. Quickly for Liton Das, who's been able to play pretty unhindered, hasn't he? There's been a little pressure on him. His temperament has been outstanding. I mean, you talk about this innings. It has been a really high-class knock, 130 now, and he's barely put a foot wrong.
And on the contrary, Abrar looks like he's completely spent. 30 overs now. Previous game, it's what Amir Sohail also called for earlier. Abrar to come around the wicket. It's what Mehdi Hasan Miraz did in that second innings in the first test to a set batter. Change the angle around the wicket and asking him to drag anything from the angle across the off stump.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying.
Yep.
Come around the wicket, bring the men up and say, if you want to have a sweep out of the bowler's foot marks, then do that. You have one man back.
It comes back to the point of being proactive in the decision making. You tried a plan, it's gone so far beyond, it's almost taken that advantage completely away. And hence why I call it for something different. There was a point where Liton Das was protecting Hassan. He's played 40.
और और भाव इतना सिर्फ 2100 रुपए की नोट में। जैज मेरी सुपर पावर। ऑर्डर दिए QR कोड को स्कैन करो एंड जीतो ट्रिप टू दुबई या ढेरों कोक स्टूडियो इनामात।
जरासीम से भी बचाए और महंगाई से भी।
500 ml मुफ्त 2 लीटर की ठंड मिले सिर्फ 200 रुपए में।
जब बात सुपर पावर हो मंथली एक्स जैसी तो फिक्र कैसी। डायल करो *7733# और पाओ इतना सब कुछ सिर्फ 2100 रुपए की नोट में। जैज मेरी सुपर पावर।
500 ml मुफ्त 2 लीटर की ठंड मिले सिर्फ 200 रुपए में।
ऑर्डर पे दिए QR कोड को स्कैन करो एंड जीतो ट्रिप टू दुबई या ढेरों कोक स्टूडियो इनामात।
लक्स हमारा बेस्ट सोप ग्लो के लिए अब सिर्फ 100 रुपए में।
जरासीम से भी बचाए और महंगाई से भी।
ऑर्डर पे दिए QR कोड को स्कैन करो एंड फाइंड द कोड अंडर द बॉटल कैप। कोड के साथ अपनी डिटेल्स व्हाट्सएप करो to 032 Coca-Cola एंड जीतो ट्रिप टू दुबई या ढेरों कोक स्टूडियो इनामात। जब बात सुपर पावर हो मंथली एक्स जैसी तो फिक्र कैसी। डायल करो *7733# और पाओ इतना सब कुछ सिर्फ 2100 रुपए की नोट में। जैज मेरी सुपर पावर।
500 ml मुफ्त 2 लीटर की ठंड मिले सिर्फ 200 रुपए में।
ऑर्डर पे दिए QR कोड को स्कैन करो एंड जीतो ट्रिप टू दुबई या ढेरों कोक स्टूडियो इनामात।
लक्स हमारा बेस्ट सोप ग्लो के लिए अब सिर्फ 100 रुपए में।
जरासीम से भी बचाए और महंगाई से भी।
ऑर्डर पे दिए QR कोड को स्कैन करो एंड फाइंड द कोड अंडर द बॉटल कैप। कोड के साथ अपनी डिटेल्स व्हाट्सएप करो to 032 Coca-Cola एंड जीतो ट्रिप टू दुबई या ढेरों कोक स्टूडियो इनामात।
In this test match, the second and final test, the first one was called off due to rain. 274 all-out Pakistan in their first innings. Mehdi Hassan Miraz was the pick of the bowlers with his fifer. Bangladesh 259 for 8, 136 still out there. Liton Das, Mehdi Hassan Miraz got runs. Now have a look at that. Hassan 12 not out from 48 deliveries. Now they trail only by 15. And why those 48 deliveries are extremely important, because they together have played out 136 deliveries for 66 runs. Pakistan had their chances surely, and they started from yesterday. First ball of the innings, Amir Hamza, genuine edge. Saud Shakil puts down regulation catch in the slips. Should have been taken. And then this afternoon as well, Abrar tentatively sticking one hand out. It doesn't stick. It was a cotton bold. You always have to be expecting them to come back at you and come back at you at some pace. It was almost like the ball hit him before he even knew it. And this one, again, should have been taken and was shelled this time by the skipper. Disappointed. That could have been the 9th wicket. It was of Hassan, caused the false shot. It's been the storyline. They had plenty to celebrate about when they picked up the first 6 wickets in that first hour of play. But since then, you look at how this match has turned completely in the different direction.
Yeah, lapse in concentration from the captain. A really big miss there just before the drinks break. How much he would have dearly loved to have taken that. The team would have gone in just a little bit, well, they still would have been in the lead, so that would have been something. I think they'll be disappointed. Deflated is probably the best word. Karim Shahzad, poor Karim Shahzad, I mean, he has been asked, I mean, his legs will be on fire this evening. He's put in a real shift for his team, and he needs another one, another big one.
I remember Muhammad Ali, he was off the field for a very long time, and hence why the extra load down to Khurram Shahzad, Mir Hamza. I'm surprised Salman Ali Agha hasn't bowled more overs.
You also have a slight eye on that second innings. Just does this, the impact of these 20 overs, for example, are they going to have an impact on how he bowls in the second innings? You know, will that take the edge off him? Will he have the same, you know, that nip and early swing that we saw that was so devastating and has yielded him 6 wickets? It's been a mammoth effort from Karim Shahzad, but there's still another innings to go.
Also, Abrar Ahmed, who promised so much and had all the numbers to back up prior to this game, hasn't played competitive cricket in just under a couple of years. Amir Sohail called it an experience that he's gathered in air miles. It doesn't help because he's looked lackluster, he's looked rusty. More importantly, he hasn't been able to bowl, to apply consistent periods of pressure. Even if he's doing the holding role, he hasn't been able to restrict the batters from scoring.
There's also something I wanted to bring up, and it was just talking about the experience of Pakistan's bowling lineup. I know it's been commented on before, but just to refresh, when you think of this attack, you've got Abrar Ahmed, who's played 6 test matches, Mir Hamza 5, Muhammad Ali total of 3, and Karim Shahzad has played just the 2, so there's not a lot of experience to draw upon, and that for me is worrying, particularly when you get into the latter stages of test matches. It's not just its fitness, it's understanding your body, it's understanding how to get through test matches. When you haven't got that experience and don't know how to do that regularly, it's a problem.
Clearly that problem hurting Pakistan because they're more than equipped with the new ball. Massively struggling with picking up wickets. Also the other point, Nick, Pakistan at the moment are lacking someone who could be the point of difference in terms of pace. Someone like a Nahid Rana, Haris Rauf was doing that role earlier on. Someone, Mark Wood, you see the difference in point of difference, the paces. Then that middle over spell or the older ball spell, especially if this ball starts reversing, the point of difference of somebody who can clock in the ball slightly quicker, can rush the tail enders. That is something that Pakistan...
Yeah. I agree. Yeah, you're spot on, and at this pace, he's not going to scare anyone. You've got a leg gully there, and you feel like you're clutching at straws a little bit. Poor old Karim Shahzad's been bowled into the ground. The pace is down. Yes, he was so good with the new ball, but it's easy with a new ball. The history tells us here at Rawalpindi the best time for batting is after lunchtime, or after that first hour in particular. That's when things start to go a little bit quiet. Batsmen bed themselves in. And right now it's pretty easy for the Bangladesh batsman. He's been rock solid at Hassan, much to the annoyance of Pakistan. But the longer they take out of this game,
जरासीम से भी बचाए और महंगाई से भी।
500 ml मुफ्त 2 लीटर की ठंड मिले सिर्फ 200 रुपए में।
जब बात सुपर पावर हो मंथली एक्स जैसी, तो फिक्र कैसी? डायल करो *7733# और पाओ इतना सब कुछ सिर्फ 2100 रुपए के नोट में। जैज, मेरी सुपर पावर।
लक्स, हमारा बेस्ट सोप ग्लो के लिए अब सिर्फ 100 रुपए में।
बॉटल पे दिए QR कोड को स्कैन करो एंड जीतो ट्रिप टू दुबई या ढेरों कोक स्टूडियो इनामात।
Everything thrown at Bangladesh so far, they've had an answer. Abra will continue. Remember, new ball due in 3 overs. Haven't seen Muhammad Ali since he's back take the ball. Allowing the single here. Litton Das still happy to play the waiting game, and he's playing it well. It's Pakistan's game to win. They're the one who have to come back, beat Bangladesh to level the series. Bangladesh already won up. And Nick, you just wonder, with just under 3 overs left for the new ball, get Salman to bowl the overs.
Yeah, when you think about Karim Shahzad, who's been so effective with the new ball, you would be depending on him to come back with that new ball. But he's bowling at the moment. Just give him a bit of a break. Let him go have a drink or change his boots or something, and give him that half an hour so that when he does come on, there's just a little bit of juice left in the tank, because at least just kept the run rate down.
He bowled 41 overs in that previous game, Salman Ali Agha. Just 3 today. Yes, you've brought in your frontline spinner, but you got to read the game, your resources, especially with one man down. An excellent point as well, Nick. Khurram Shahzad, he's been the most effective with the new ball.
There's been periods where Abra's just bowled for too long as well. Bowled over and over and over, and I think it's just been too easy to do that. Another easy single ends another over. 262 for 8.
जब पास सुपर पावर हो मंथली एक्स जैसी तो फिक्र कैसी। डायल करो *7733# और पाओ इतना सब कुछ सिर्फ 2100 रुपए की नोट में। जैज, मेरी सुपर पावर।
500 ml मुफ्त 2 लीटर की ठंड मिले सिर्फ 200 रुपए में।
लक्स, हमारा बेस्ट सोप ग्लो के लिए अब सिर्फ 100 रुपए में।
बॉटल पे दिए QR कोड को स्कैन करो एंड जीतो ट्रिप टू दुबई या ढेरों कोक स्टूडियो इनामात।
जरासीम से भी बचाए और महंगाई से भी। And was when Hassan came in is to get him on strike, get Litton off strike, and bowl to Hassan to get him out. He's played 51 deliveries in that partnership, which has been over 148 deliveries now. So clearly, that plan hasn't worked. It's just gone on for too long. And Salman Ali Agha does come on to bowl.
It's just been too similar, too samey. Come around the wicket, get some men positioned.
बॉटल पे दिए QR कोड को स्कैन करो एंड जीतो ट्रिप टू दुबई या ढेरों कोक स्टूडियो इनामात।
लक्स, हमारा बेस्ट सोप ग्लो के लिए अब सिर्फ 100 रुपए में।
जरासीम से भी बचाए और महंगाई से भी।
बॉटल पे दिए QR कोड को स्कैन करो एंड फाइंड द कोड अंडर द बॉटल कैप। कोड के साथ अपनी डिटेल्स